Now, not long ago, we showed you the unique artwork of a group of adults with learning difficulties from Portsmouth. Art Invisible meets every Thursday at the Somerstown Community Hub, and a local artist has been meeting with them for a while now to include them in a project that looks at the different shades of culture in the community. Our reporter Nicole Ris went to meet him and find out why he got hooked on this art group in particular.
Over the past few months, this art group has been visited by a special guest. Artist Nicole Ris is drawing every member of Art Invisible to finish his exhibition We Don't Need Culture. The project re-evaluates the world culture and looks at people who wouldn't normally see themselves as cultural.
We're in Somerstown at the moment, and a lot of the people around here wouldn't see themselves as cultural, particularly in the context of arts and culture. So I believe that arts and culture ought to be looked at in terms of as a matrix rather than a hierarchy. So a hierarchy would be like fine art, would be high culture, opera, ballet. So to me, I look at culture as a matrix. So instead of looking at high and low, I look at it as different areas. So football culture, coffee morning culture, community centre culture. It's all cultural to me. So I'm cherry picking those different areas of culture and putting them in an exhibition and creating artefacts. And I do that by just coming into Somerstown and chatting to the locals and talking about their backgrounds and their histories, and that's what informs me.
Carl's been hooked since he first got involved with the Art Invisible group.
What they're doing is extraordinary. It's a kind of art that is has such intention and intensity that it's just drawn me back, and I just love to see the way that they progress. So it's just a curiosity about their personalities, and their personalities are again are somewhat different. So I'm drawn to that as well. My plan is to paint everybody in the group, and I'm almost there. And the way I do that is simply come in and chat and talk to the guys and see what they're doing, and then sketch them. But a lot of the time it's just talking and just being here and seeing what they're up to.
Graffiti.
To capture the members of the group in detail, Carl has been spending more time with them than he usually would.
Some of the guys here are a little bit more shy, so it's taken a while to get to know them. But that's the challenge in itself, because these guys have different ways of communicating than you and I do, and I find that fascinating. The way that we communicate is we take for granted, I think, the little nuances we have in our facial tics, the way we smile, the raised eyebrow. These guys have different ways of communicating, and it's ways that I don't understand, and they have their own special way of communicating, and getting to know that is really important, because painting a portrait is getting to know somebody and getting under the skin, getting just beyond the surface. But these guys are a little bit more challenging, and it's also teaching me about the way we communicate and how we can take it for granted.
Love it.
You love it. Why do you love it?
Try and like a friend, and love my heart.
Nicole Ris for That's Solent.